Hello everyone, welcome back to the next section. So in this section we're gonna take a look at the curves adjustment layer. This is curves adjustment layer, just similar to the levels adjustment layer, and this have a lot of similarities with levels. Here you can see the histogram, and also this similar to work with levels adjustments. So here you can see the histogram, then the sliders, two sliders, then a couple of eyedroppers, then some of the strange things. And let me introduce everything in the video, and let me compare the curve and the levels first. I gave a brief about levels in the previous videos or previous section. I open this one. Then this is the shadow slider. When I move it here, it makes the dark pixels more darker, so keep it down. Then when I move to the curves, when I keep this dark color slider or black slider here, look at that, it makes the dark pixels more darker. It does the same thing. Then when I keep this or the highlight, or when I keep the white color slider to left, look at that, it makes the bright pixels more brighter. And also you can see the graph is changing. Let's keep it here. Then the next thing is what about the midtones? We can make midtones here. Look at that. Keep a point here, pointer here. Then we can move this look at that, like this. So when I change, keep it here. Then when I change from here to top, look at that, what happens? The bright pixels become more brighter. Then when I keep it down, the dark pixels become more darker. This is midtones, and that's why I said curves adjustments is similar to levels, but the curves are really advanced. These are really extra advanced. We can do a lot of things with curves, but in levels something is limited. Some of the things are limited. So let's delete the levels adjustment layer, and let me give you a brief about these things or the contents. The first one is preset. As I mentioned, in the levels we can select some Photoshop made presets to color correct or adjustment the brightness, contrast, and everything. Then the next thing is a hand tool. This is not familiar to us compared with the levels. Actually, this is familiar. We're gonna discuss about the hand tool in the hue and saturation adjustment layer, but it's in later. Let's go back to curves. Actually, this slider is drag from top to bottom or bottom to top. This click drag image to modify the curve. This is a curve modifying hand tool. Keep it in default. Then look at that. When I sample anywhere, when I move this like this, look at that, the pointer is changing. Here you can see that it's changing. The position is changing. When I keep it in the somewhere on the darker areas, it comes in the bottom area that with the histogram shows. Then when I go to some light pixels, it will be on the top area. Look at that, the dog is white, so it will go to top. Then when I go this part, this portion is black, the pointer will come to the bottom side. Then when I click and drag down, it happens. So this portion is already black, so when I click down, nothing will happen. Or if I click and drag up, look at that, it became more bright. So we can go back. Then here you can see that this is more brighter, the brightest one. When I click and drag up, nothing will happen. But when I click and drag down, look at that, it became more darker. So this is curves hand tool, and these are three sampling tools or eyedropper tools. This sample to set black point, then this gray, and this white. This thing helps to edit points, to modify the curves. And we have pen tool or something available to draw according to our wish. Look at that, it's really crazy. Oh, keep it, let's drag like this. This is really, that's why I said this really extra advanced. This is for creators and a beginner or even a Photoshop enthusiastic. I don't think this is comes in the extraordinary level. You have to learn last, or after learning everything you have to go for the pen tool or a draw curve tool. Okay, the next thing is smooth the curve values, or I selected this. Okay, let's, when I draw like this, okay, we can select the tool, smooth curve tool, then it will smoothen the curves. A small variation. When you go back, look at that, you can see this was not connected. When I keep it connected, okay, this is for smoothing the curves. That's a drawn curve. Okay, this is all about the interface of the curves. And also we have an auto correction is available. Let's go back to default. Then if you select auto, it will automatically changes the curve or increases or changes the adjustments. And also we actually I forgotten to tell you in the levels, also we have an auto adjustment available. If you click here, it automatically adjusts the curve. Look at that. So I'm winding up this section. We will cover more things about curves in the upcoming videos. I hope you're clear. I hope you learned about this section, the basics. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to next section of curves adjustment layer. So in this image we are just going to select and change particular colors. Change the orange color to more darken and the green color goes more darker. So let's get started. I just selected the curves adjustment layer, and we can change the RGB channel from RGB channel to red channel because it's more compatible with red color. Then we can change or select the hand tool and sample the color. Let's select this color. So here you can see it automatically created a keyframe. We have two options. Either we can just click and drag from here, otherwise you can just keep it down. So I'm just gonna play in the histogram itself. It's more easy for me. Okay, so the RGB channel changed to red and sample the colors. Then it made a keyframe. Let's keep it up. So look at that, what happening, it increases the intensity more. Here you can see that, look at that, but it affects here also, and also some portions it affects. So how we can erase this area or the red color in this area? Let's sample here also and drag it down. So this is a simple way to do that. So it will make a curve like this. You get that? So this was the before and after. It affects only this area. This is really beautiful. This is the beauty of curves adjustment layer. Before and after. Before and after. It only affects the orange colored leaves. Then the next thing we want to do is just select and change the color of the green color or leaves, green color leaves. So change the channel to green and sample this color. So look at that, when I move this here, you can see in the starting from right top to left bottom, from dark to bright. Here you can see when I sample an ellipse or some round thing is moving, or it detects the pixel density. When it comes dark, look at that, it goes down with the dark side. When it goes bright, it goes top. So that's, here you can sample and you can find the intensity more, you can sample and find the intensity. Then select the green color, so it just came here. Then just increase the darkness of the image, so keep it down. So when I move it up, it become more brighter, so keep it down. So what's happening here, the green is become more green here. You can see it changed, or it became more darker, so this area became more magenta color. So how it's happened, it's opposite colors. The opposite color of red is cyan, then green goes magenta, and blue goes yellow. So when I change the color of a blue or something, the rest of things will have to change to yellow color. So as I did in the previous one or previous color, we can just sample from here and keep it up to remove the magenta color. Okay, this is enough. Then we can check out previous, after, previous one, and after this. I know the orange color is overwhelming, but it's okay. I'm just demonstrating you. And also the green color become more darker. This is not, I don't think this is perfect. We can keep it like this. Okay, now before and after. Now let's keep this. Okay, this is enough. Before and after. Okay, now we can keep it this, before and after. I can feel a small change in the green. That's enough for this kind of image, because the most of areas are more darkened, so we don't want to darken more. It affects the quality. Okay, I'm just showing you this is curves, and not this. We can do a lot of things. As I shown with the pen tool, this is a really extra advanced thing. When I draw with this, if that is changed to something advanced or something horror. And let's delete everything, resetting. Then let's change or select the auto. So let's check it out how it changes or adjust automatically. This was before and after, automatic correction. I think this looks beautiful, but this have some problems. The curve's really an S curve. This is called S curve, S shaped. Go back, then let's check out some presets. That color negative preset. Oh, negative looks horror. Then cross process. What is that? Let's move at default, and okay, let's cross process. Then darker, more darker. Previous one, this one. Okay, more darker. This looks pretty good. Then let's do that. Increase contrast. Increase the contrast as I did before and after, but it covers all the area. Then lighter. Okay, you can do that. These are useful for our regular editing. So this is curves adjustment layer. So what are the difference, what we can do in curves and what we cannot do in levels? Let's check it out. We cannot do the hand tool. We cannot get the hand tool in the levels adjustment layer. So let's delete this and add a levels adjustment layer. And we cannot get the pen tool for advanced things. Then also it's a little bit different, the histogram. There are 3 sliders available in the levels, and I think it's useful to do works. Then we can make more midtones here rather than levels. Then, and also this is the advanced format of color correction rather than levels. So I'm winding up this section. If we talk about cars, it will take maybe hours and hours to complete the section because it is the advanced thing. You can play around with curves and understand more. So we are winding up this section. We are moving to the last one in this group, that's exposure. I hope you understand what is curves and how we can simply use curves. Thank you.